Here's my outline. We dance for laughter, we dance for tears, we dance for madness, and we dance for fears. We dance for hopes, we dance for screams, we are the dancers, we create the dreams. Most young girls dream about becoming a ballerina or dancing like a princess, as my 4-year-old cousin loves to tell me, but it takes a special kind of person to accomplish that dream and make it a reality. Becoming a ballet dancer takes years of dedication and training and is not for the faint of heart. Ballet is a classical form of dance that is characterized by its elaborate steps and precision and discipline. Ballet has many elaborate steps. The first thing a ballet dancer learns are the positions of the feet and arms. These are the basis for all choreography. The next two things that they learn are pliés and relevés. These are the basis for all jumps and leaps. Without them, a dancer cannot achieve the height that is needed to do the jumps. After a dancer has mastered the basic steps, they begin to learn the more complex steps that are actually seen in ballets. These steps are taught in 6 levels. The lower levels, levels 1 through 3, are where the basic steps are taught. The upper levels, levels 4 through 6, are where the more complex steps are taught. Some of the basic steps are the tendu, dégagé, rond de jambe, glissade, and chassé. A tendu is where your leg is extended out in front of you and your toe is pointed. A dégagé is where your leg goes through a tendu and your foot actually comes off the ground about an inch. A rond de jambe is where your leg moves in a straight line away from your body in a semicircular motion. And glissades and chassés are actually small leaps. A glissade is where the dancer moves from foot to foot and the other foot glides along the floor. And the chassé is where the feet essentially chase each other and meet in midair. Some of the more complex steps are the pas de jambes, the pirouette, and the fouette. Pas de jambes is also known as the step of the cat. This is where the dancer darts and leaps around like a cat. A pirouette is a turn done on one leg while the other leg is bent and in the air. And a fouette is used in many steps such as the pirouette, but it is where the body and or leg are whipped around. All of the levels in ballet build on each other. Everything that is taught in level 1 is reviewed again in level 2, and more steps are added, and so on and so forth. As the dancer moves through the levels, the steps are taught in more complex sequences, the leaps become higher, and on point is introduced beginning at level 4. On point is the last step a dancer can learn. This is where the dancer does all of the steps taught in the lower levels, but does them on their toes. It takes a great deal of strength and skill to be able to do on point. All of the steps mentioned, and some that were not, are used in all ballets, including some of the most famous ones, such as the Nutcracker, Swan Lake, and Sleeping Beauty. Being a ballet dancer takes a great deal of discipline and precision. Everything in ballet is about discipline, from the precision and perfection of the steps to the dancer's attire and appearance. To make the steps seem graceful, flawless, and effortless, a dancer has to perform the steps with perfection. This means knowing exactly where their foot is going to be placed and where it is going to after that before they even begin to move. One of the key things to give the dancer the ability to achieve this is being able to isolate themselves while balancing. This means that they move only one part of the body without affecting any other. This is what gives the dancer poise and composure, and ballet the diction that it needs so the audience can tell the difference between the moves. If not, it would just look like a blurred jumble of movement. Another thing an amateur dancer needs to master if they ever dream of becoming a professional is mental isolation. This is where you separate the placement of the body from the exercise. It is also where the bridge between me, which is the personal opinions, instincts, doubts, and questions, and it, which is the body, has to be crossed. The me has to practice using the body as a mechanism and separate pain from fatigue. This allows the dancer the ability to demand everything from the body that it has to offer. Discipline in ballet is also about respecting the instructor and following instructions, such as not talking, using the appropriate dress code, and following all instructions precisely. If you don't, somebody can get hurt. Some of the dress code in ballet is ballet shoes, tights, leotard, and hair done in a bun. The color of the attire varies depending on the school you are attending. The usual color is pink ballet shoes and tights and a black leotard. Discipline in ballet is one of the last things a dancer can master. It is something that they almost never will. They will always have to work on it. To become a total dancer, you need to have perfect control over your entire body, mind, and know the steps. Ballet is an expressive form of dance that has been passed down through the ages. The steps give ballet its form, but the discipline gives ballet its life. Both the elaborate steps and precision of movements and discipline of the dancer make up and preserve this classical dance form.